Hey, what the whole? Wait, are we on? Are we on? Oh, wait, are we checking? Are we? Can you hear us? Can you? No, I'm just kidding.
I think we're good. Can we do it? Do your intro. Can you do your intro for me? But for my channel.
Hello, YouTube. Is that what we do?
Welcome to another live.
I always put the same stream. Because that's it. It's hello, YouTube, and a warm welcome to the new to crypto channel. That's me. Yeah, there you go. I forget what I'm called, to be honest.
Love it. Yes, new to crypto channel. We have here tonight. The lovely Ian has come on to have a wee chat and have a chinwag with us today.
Chinwag. There was a VeVe Volt. He's another YouTuber as well. He said in the comments, "Oh, I'm really looking forward to it, but I still don't know what chinwag is. So maybe you can explain to VeVe Volt what chinwag means."
Sure. Well, it basically, I actually looked it up because we obviously say it back home, but it just means a chat. And Irish grannies, sort of, it's more the older generation would kind of say that. But yeah, just like
I think in England they say it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like a little. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they say it in England as well. Like have a little chinwag or But I guess he must be from the States, I suppose. So therefore, maybe
there's a lot of lingo that they're
exactly. Yes.
Familiar with.
What's it called? Colloquialism? Is that what it's called? Colloquialism?
I can't say that word. I think
I can't pronounce it.
Colloquialism.
That's it. But yes. There you go.
I think.
Yeah, that's the one. So.
Right.
But anyways, so, a chinwag.
So, chinwag. That's what we're doing. Absolutely today. I'm gonna try and share this. I'm so not good at this yet. To doing this. Like,
you like to get on live and then share it, do you?
Okay. Then share it. Could you do that? Can I do that first? Because I thought you had to wait for the live stream to like pop up and then you could share it. But
I'm not sure about StreamYard, to be honest, so I'm not really 100%. So I don't know. I'm still trying to get used to this streaming thing because basically I started off with just doing a bit to camera essentially, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to try out streaming. So then I did the one stream, the first stream, it just went horribly wrong, like everything. Like I managed to get out the fact, like I didn't do the the thing that most people do, like what I said to you about where you say, am I on, or anything like that. I literally just started talking to the camera straight away as soon as it came in, as if I was doing a video. And then I saw a few people popping up and I was like, hang on a minute, people are actually watching. And then I was like, okay, is my mic working? Is this what? And then you start worrying about what happens and what doesn't. And it's but it's hilarious because no matter, I've seen YouTubers that have got 80,000 subscribers and then they put on the live and they're just like, are we on? I can't.
Testing.
I'm not sure if you guys can see me. Can you see me?
Yeah.
Well, hello! And it's just hilarious. But that's why I like that this StreamYard thing. I found out the other day, as I said, it's got the countdown thing. So therefore, that's what you put on now, didn't you? Although it does make you nervous, doesn't it? You're sitting there watching it, going like,
I'm sweating.
4, 3, 2,
I'm sweaty
1,
palms now. I have sweaty palms, lipstick.
But no, it's all good. It doesn't really matter if it's that professional anyway. I think it's not,
exactly. And I need to say that you were actually the one to have me on your channel first. Do you remember?
That's right. And I was very professional. I ran out halfway through to get myself a charger because my laptop was running out. Because I said to you just pop on, because basically I've got the thing open essentially. People want to come in, and not many people really do, to be honest, which is annoying because you kind of need somebody to bounce off of. It's all very well just sitting there, but you just start chatting to yourself. People don't really care, or some people do, but. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's nice to be able to talk to somebody at the same time, and that's why I said to you if you want to jump in. And it was your first time, wasn't it? Essentially on a dude, you said to me that you wanted to do a YouTube channel, so I was like, well, hey, why don't you just jump on the stream and get the feel for it, essentially.
Yeah, so, I had a serious sweaty palm moment, but it was having you there to talk to and bounce off. It really made it so much easier.
Except for the very, very start, because my charger went, and I was like, "Oh no, my charger's run out! I've got to go and get the new one." And I'm shouting to my wife. I'm trying to mute my mic at the same time, and I'm like, just trying to get it. And then I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to get the charger because it was literally about to die, and the whole stream goes down if your computer goes down, obviously." So therefore, and then you can't get it back again. Like you know how you sent me this room today so that I could practice or whatever, to try it on my green screen. Because incidentally, people probably notice I don't have a green screen on my thing now. I've got this whole new green screen set up that I love, but I can't seem to use it for streaming. And I think it's because, as I said to you, I think my graphics card in my computer is. See, that's another thing I do as well. Always, this microphone has got a button. Literally, look, I don't even have to touch it. Look, watch.
It's a touch screen.
You don't even have to touch it. It's so sensitive. I can literally be like, just like, literally like a couple of...
There's a gap.
Look, there's a gap, and it still does it. So literally, and that's it. It's done. And I'm like, and I can't even tell. And sometimes when that goes off, if I'm wearing these, it goes into here. So then it sounds like I'm in a dustbin because of the fact that, and that's what happened in one of my interviews I was doing with some, a live stream. So you can still hear me and the other person can, but on the actual stream itself, it sounds literally like I'm in a dustbin. So it's the worst thing. But yeah, but I'm still getting used to it. But it's a nice mic. I love it. But it's just it literally. It's a really nice one.
Pro with the red light, the red LED and all, looks proper.
That's the only reason I bought it. But you know what? There's another one that's multicolored as well, which is really cool. It's the next one up from this one. So therefore,
serious?
But it's. Yeah. So that's the next thing on your list, I think, is get one of those, one of the multicolored ones, because it's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't like having it in shot. I kind of like to have it there, which works anyway. I think.
Yeah,
you can still hear
it
me,
works.
but
I think it's cool. It's cool. It looks like
it just depends.
It looks like a piece of proper kit.
I think the idea is to have it like this. That might be better, because then I won't be hitting it or anything like that. Maybe. But I'll probably. Therefore, it doesn't really make a difference to me. So, therefore, but no, it's quite a nice little thing. The toys. Whoops! And now I've just turned the sound right up as well. The toys you have to get when you're doing this stuff.
I know.
As I said to you,
you said this to me. You said this to me. So it's just to my own detriment getting into this.
Totally, it just rolls on. You can't, because like literally, I started doing it, and I was like, to be honest, I didn't want to do a YouTube channel. I wasn't thinking about doing a YouTube channel. I saw, I tried to start a couple, but never really. Like I put up a video, and I'd be like, yeah, this is brilliant. I've done a video, and I put it up, and it literally got 2 views in 1 month. Do you know what I mean? So I was like, okay, this is not. Hey, Crypto Kaki, the Toddfather. Oh, the Toddfather. Ah, there you go. Crypto Kaki, the Toddfather. There you go. How you doing, man? Good to see you. I can't see how many people are watching us and stuff anyway. I'm sure you've got the stats on that, essentially.
No, I have the stats, yes. And I'm sorry.
Oh, you have the stats, right.
I'm still getting used to going through all the comments and reading. So if I can't like do 2 things. So if I click them, can you read them? Can we like?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Cool. Well, I'll see it anyway. I think if I click on the yes, I can see the comments anyway. So
okay.
But that's all I get to see. But like if you're in with the restream that I use, you can see how many people are watching and all that. But I'm not sure if the person who's joining you can as well. So I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not in favour with that. But
we have 4 folks right now, 2 of which are the lovely Toddfather, and we have Claire Russell Griffiths.
Hello, Claire.
In the house. What's happening, Claire?
Fantastic. Did you do an interview with Claire the other day as well?
I did, and it was really fun.
I saw bits of it, but I was quite late when I was watching it, and I was like, when you're doing that thing where you're watching a movie, and no matter how good the movie is, you're just like, hey, that. I do it all the time in the AMAs. I'm literally up till like stupid o'clock in the morning listening to those AMAs to try and see what information is coming, and like I literally fall asleep. The other day I fell asleep during who was it? Hello K was doing the one with Reese, and I fell asleep halfway through. And then woke up towards the end, and I wasn't sure if I'd missed stuff in the middle. And since I've been seeing some YouTube videos come out about that stuff, I'm guessing I did. And I didn't even realise I'd fallen asleep because I still had earphones in. And I was like...
There was a lot to digest in that one. Like it was like new bits of information every like couple of minutes. It was mad. But yeah, it's hard to keep up. It's really hard to keep up with this stuff. And
Pretty
the amount
so.
that's
Although having the AMA each month really helped. Not each month, each week.
Each week,
it kind of
100%.
Yeah, It's really good. I like now they've started doing it properly, like as in like with the voice and all that sort of thing. I really like that because before it was quite hard to get any information about anything, to be honest. Like not from the team, but I mean like before when I first came onto YouTube to start doing a few like Ecomi videos, there was nobody doing it at all. So I literally when I bought Omi, I said to my wife just as a joke, essentially, I said to her, you know what, I should do an Omi channel because I was watching other people doing Doge channels because I bought Doge and I was watching them every night. I don't know why, because mostly a Doge channel, there's not really much to talk about Doge. So generally, it's just somebody jumping around going, "Come on, pump it, pump it!" Like exactly, yeah.
I'm like, what are we pumping for? What are we pumping for?
Exactly, it was hilarious because it was the time when Wall Street Bets were supposed to do. You know, they were supposed to do the massive pump. They were supposed to, I don't know if you know about it or not, but it was supposed to be at 8 o'clock.
Fill me in.
Okay, it was supposed to be at 8 o'clock. And what was supposed to happen was they were supposed to pump Doge at 8 o'clock on that day, and it was going to go skyrocketing, blah, blah, blah. But all those that were new to Doge, including myself, were sitting there at 8 o'clock ready for this pump. But do you know what happened as it hit 8 o'clock?
Oh,
it dumped massively because of the fact that that's how crypto works, isn't it? And I didn't know this. It was my first,
that was your first experience.
Exactly. So I'm sitting there waiting for this thing to go skyrocketing because everyone said that Wall Street Bets are going to do the pump at this time. And I remember sitting there watching this guy on YouTube who was going, "Yeah, come on, the pump's coming." No. And then everyone sort of watched it as it just went, it was like, okay. And after that, I was like, I'm not listening to this guy anymore. And I just switched off, and that was the end of it. And I lost faith in Doge completely. So, because of that. And I think that was kind of a bad thing in a way. And that's the thing about pump and dumps is that it's kind of good Doge in a way because it gets people into crypto. But at the same time, a pump and dump, it really makes you just lose the whole thing of crypto. You just think like... and I guess that's how some people have been feeling about Omi because of the fact that it kind of pumped. Now, it's not a pump and dump, don't get me wrong, but certain things happened, like on the day of the WOMI, for instance, where it pumped up really high.
Yes.
Some people bought in at like 6 cents on WOMI or something because of the whole liquidity issue and a lot of things going on. And because of that, they basically will look at it and go, well, that's a scam. And that's the end of it. So,
exactly.
And I thought that about Doge. So, therefore... Hello Kay says he's just here for the magic tricks.
Hello Kay. Oh, let me do a wee shout out. Okay, so we've got Crypto Khaki. Hello Kay. We have James Wood. Hello James Wood. Crypto Khaki says he remembers that day as well. About Doge.
Exactly.
That was like a historic day.
Just woke up in Australia. Watched England beat the Germans. Oh, England beat the Germans. Okay, right. Now this is what I start to the day. Thank you, James, for joining us. James is on my channel as well. Occasionally, he pops in a little comment and stuff. So thank you very much. That's James.
Thank you, James.
Yes, I'll do. Yeah. You just tell me when you want me to do something for you, and I'll do a little bit of.
How many do we have? Did you say you had one, or do you have like?
No, I've got a couple. I've got a couple.
Okay,
of things for you,
so we can we like pepper them in throughout the?
Yeah. Of course,
yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I just got a couple of different little things for you. Not anything too grand and.
Oh, he hasn't. Yep. I'm ready. I'm just ready.
So
we have the Rebel Duck. Welcome, Rebel Duck. What's happening?
Woohoo! It's like it was your plan, basically. I have to ask you because you created that group, obviously, on Telegram for quite a lot of us. Was your plan just basically to put all of your followers in that group and make sure that everybody comes to your streams? Was that your?
Well, it was kind of that. Honestly, that wasn't the intention. It was. And that this was not the intention for this to flip and turn into this either at all.
It never is. It never is.
I just really wanted like all of the people who I've learned from, and to be able to have them in a group where we can all, I could pick their brains. And I was saying, I was speaking to Chad earlier, and I was like, in comparison to the people that are in this group, in comparison to the people that are in... Sorry.
Someone's just died a little while in there.
No.
I just heard it. Oh!
Sorry. Go away. It's my mom and my dog. Flo, what are you doing? Oh, no. She's all good. She's at the fridge. She's grand. Okay. So, So yeah, it was like I was saying to Chad, I really feel like a fly on the wall. And I'm like, how have I got to this position? You know, talking to all of these people that I've learned so much from over the past 3 months. Um, but yeah, like I said, I stalked them all. I found yous all, and I harassed everybody. I was just like, can we all come together and chat about this? So yeah, so that's kind of where we are. That's kind of where we are now.
No, I think it's a nice little group of people, and as you see, most of them have joined you for your stream, and you'll build an audience anyway. I was surprised when I first started. I literally wasn't doing this on purpose, as I said. It was literally because I was going in Telegram. I knew there was not many Omi YouTubers about. I'm not sure if Hello K had started by that point, or if he had, I hadn't seen him pop up. But you know how it is with YouTube anyway. Once you start watching something, then that's when you start getting others pop up. So
Yes,
I didn't know there was really
exactly.
anyone. I think. I'm just trying to think who got me into Omi, essentially. It was because I saw the Beeple thing, like you. I saw that guy had made a
Yes.
lot of money. And I was like, what is this NFTs thing? And then I saw a thing about engine, so I bought some engine. And then after that, I was like, oh, I quite like this idea. This is quite good. So I was looking around for
Is this
other
before or
things.
after the Doge incident?
This is after the Doge. So basically,
Okay.
the Doge thing happened. I was still holding Doge. And I wasn't holding very much, but I was holding Doge. And basically I was like, okay, I'll put some more in, and I'll get a little bit more. My wife's like, nope, you're not putting any more in. Oh, okay, so I'm holding the Doge, and then I was like, it's gonna pump. It's all that. It's like what people are doing at the moment. It's going to go to $1, and I'm saying to my wife, look, it's hilarious because like every day now I go, look at this NFT, and she's like,
She's like, please, please, no more. Don't want to talk about it anymore. But I can see, you can totally see like people's perspectives who don't do the research that we kind of do. We're kind of mad looking into everything that we look into. It does consume a lot of our time to kind of know all of the stuff that we know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to the lay person, or if you want to call them that, just to the people who aren't, into this kind of stuff yet, it's just gonna look completely bonkers. Like, so I totally,
it definitely
totally
looks
see where
bonkers
she's
without a
coming
doubt.
from.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then other friends that I've shown, they're all into the NFTs because they see them and they're like, wow, you can make that much money from them. I'm like, well, yeah, if it goes up, so therefore they're like, oh, I'm going to buy one of those. But they don't realise that they've got to try and,
I know. You've got to be like super fast fingers. Oh,
Ridiculous.
This is my little sister. Hello, little sister. My
Who's
sister's
this?
watching. Farah. She's watching tonight. My little sister.
Ah, Farah. Oh, I see. Right. Oh, right. As in, don't say. Oh, right. I see. I understand now. Right. I was like, I'm looking in the chat, and I was like, what are you talking about? Right. I understand now. Hello, little sister.
Dude.
Hello.
Hi, little sister.
How you doing? Are you in the same house then, or you live in different places?
No, she's so we live together in Belfast. We're we're in our mum's house currently in London. So yeah,
you're in London.
Here for a holiday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in London.
Oh, you lucky thing.
I know, in St Albans, up north. So it's not quite London. It's a wee bit outside.
Okay, right.
Like Hertfordshire area.
Yes. Yeah, I've travelled all around England doing.
So where are
doing
you
magic shows
from?
and stuff.
Where are you from?
I'm from
originally,
Essex.
then? Oh, you're down the road then. Right.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, exactly.
much.
Yeah, so I'm from Essex, but
Essex
we
boy.
used to live in Gloucester for a while because that was really easy to get to a lot of places, including airports and stuff, to do our show. And then we now live in Spain. So
Amazing.
therefore, it's yeah. It's
Organ bag lady. If you know, you know. Oh God. I know. I remember. We had a typo. Yeah, it was I can't remember who it was. It was a typo, and they called me organ bag lady instead of orange bag lady.
Fair enough. Was it on my YouTube videos? I check videos that recommend my channel. It comes up with Cavill ×5. Right? Yeah, that's. I don't know. Like I said, I didn't see many when I first started doing it. Like I guess after I did like my first video, I basically just went into Telegram and I just said. Because I wasn't annoyed, but the thing was everyone was always coming into that Telegram and they were just going, oh, the market cap, and I was like, but I'm looking at the tokenomics and I'm thinking, I don't really know much about this stuff, But from looking at the tokenomics, then surely the market cap doesn't really matter because of the fact that, it's going to burn it as it goes down. And a lot of it is hidden away, essentially. So I just did a little video based on that to explain to people about the tokenomics, because I wasn't the only one saying it, obviously. So, sorry, I'm playing with this pen. I play with things when I'm talking.
I know. I need like a talking stick.
Yeah, so I made this little video, and then after that, I didn't expect it to go anywhere. I thought maybe 3 or 4 people in Telegram would watch it, and then the next day or next couple of days I woke up, it was like 10,000 views on it, and I was like, oh,
10,000.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. It was something ridiculous like that, and I was like, oh, okay. Oh wait, no, maybe sorry, beg your pardon. That wasn't my first one. No, it was about 5,000 for the first one. It was the next time I made that second, because I made that video again about 2 or 3 days later with a better microphone and a better backdrop and everything. Because I was like literally, I just grabbed any old camera, not any old camera, but I grabbed my camera, I stuck my mic on and just waffled quickly about the thing. And yeah, exactly, yeah. And then all I got was people complaining, this is not 720p, this is not a good microphone, and I was like, oh, right, okay, if I'm going to do this, then I have to make sure that and that's what I'm saying to you, once you start and you get the ball rolling, so to speak, people will be like, get a better camera, and then you'll be like, right, okay, I'll try and get a better camera, and then they'll be like, get a better microphone, and you'll be like, right, okay, got to get a better microphone because that's needed, and it's just a rolling ball, literally. It's like, where's the lighting? Try 3-point lighting and all the, and it will just be, it's a nightmare. But some people go all out on that, and then others just stand there in their living room with a light on. It just depends how deep you want to get into it, I guess. I was lucky because I had a lot of this equipment that I've shown you anyway, all these lights and stuff that I've got. I had it all anyway.
Your setup looks fab, dude. It looks like I don't have no idea about lighting. I have no idea about anything like that. But yours looks super professional. Like
I don't know about it either, to be honest. I just watched a few YouTube videos and like had a little play with the lights to try and one tip that I got from one of the YouTube videos, which was awesome, and that is turn off all the lights first, put the camera on, and then just turn on one at a time, and then start off by like making it the side of your face, and then put another one in the thingy, and then I've got one up above me as well, you see. So therefore it's a three thing, but it's not great, to be honest, but it's good enough that it gives a bit of light, and also for some reason it lights the green screen perfectly. But like here, my lighting's not very good because my camera's not very good. It's not a great camera. So I need, in order to get my camera to look better, I need to put a thing called a LUT on it, which I do through OBS. But when I'm doing the streaming, I can't use the LUT because of the fact that it's not available to use, essentially. So I've customized the LUT that I use so that way it makes it brighter and all that sort of stuff.
That's so complicated.
It's literally a learning curve, but it's but your camera looks a lot better than mine anyway. If you look at mine, you'll see it's slight grey tinge to it.
This is why I've done this over the past couple of weeks, is because I'm using my mum's Mac right now. So I knew, because you saw my laptop at home whenever we did that stream, it was absolutely wick. So I was like, if I'm going to make a video, I know that the Mac's good. It's got a decent camera, and
is that why you're pummeling out all the videos now quickly before you lose the Mac?
Before I lose the Mac, that was the plan. And then I was like, I'll just put a couple of videos and just see, they'll just be there, just for funsies kind of thing. And now
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's all you need anyway. But the good thing about this community is that everyone supports each other with the videos and stuff like that as well. So, and I wasn't expecting that really anyway. Obviously there's some people who don't like other people's videos and stuff like that, and they don't talk about them or whatever. But then majority of the people go, oh, you should check out so-and-so's channel because so-and-so does this and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And it's nice in that way.
This community is super good for that. Like it's crazy how much sharing is done on like the videos, and people refer to each other's videos, and I don't feel like there's been any ill will kind of because everybody feels like if Omi does well, then we all do well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and that's kind of the view of everybody in the community. What that I've sort of come across. Everybody's been dead up for it. So, right, let me flick through a few of these comments so I can. Got John Doe in the house. Sorry, VV Vault as well. How's it going, guys? He says he loves a chinwag, which is fab.
He's the one who didn't know what it was. So,
oh yes, he's right. He knows what it is now. Good.
You know what it is. I'm not sure if he came in when you were saying about it, whether he was already in or whether he's just joined us. But we said what a chinwag was essentially. So therefore, you can zoom back in the video if you're really that bothered about it. Basically means a chat. Essentially, is what it means, isn't it?
Chat with no direction. No, we're just going for it.
It's good.
Comic-Con could be insane. I agree, dude. And I have never said that about... Like, I've known about Comic-Con for a long time, but there has never been one year that I've been like, you know what? I want to go to Comic-Con.
Yeah,
but
no, me neither.
This year, I'm like, yeah. This is the year.
But you know what? You're going to go you're going to want to go all the time now because, like, if you're still, if Omi's still doing its thing or whatever, which I'm assuming it will be, and with VeVe still doing its thing, you'll want to go because of the fact they're going to have that geolocation thing now, aren't they? So you'll have to go to the actual proper one.
Is that just like you go and it'll be a search and find kind of? Okay.
Exactly. A bit like Pokemon Go when you walk around and you see like a thing in a certain place or whatever. Remember when Pokemon Go came out, there was like this whole thing in London where loads of people almost got run over because they all went when they were trying to chase this.
I remember that.
Whatever it was. There's like a new thing as well now. I don't remember what it's called, but it's like a puzzle or something, and you get given a random location and you have to like solve clues to go along to that random location. And I saw it popping up the other day, but it sounds a bit dodgy, to be honest. So, but because a lot of people are just following it, and you could end up anywhere essentially, and it's massively open to scams, isn't it?
Sounds a little bit dodgy. I wouldn't follow, some app that's telling you to go out into the middle of the woods, somewhere to
They're talking about the Todd pumping. I think is that the Todd Batman that's pumping? Is that what's happening at the moment?
I'll go back. I'll jump back. Great day with the Todds pumping. Oh, are they? What's going on? What's going on?
Let me have a look I'll have a look in the market.
Go ahead. Right. You have a wee look in the wee market there. I'm going to get a cuppa. I'm going to get out. This is my payback. I'm leaving you to get a cup of tea.
Oh, you're going to... Oh, right. Okay. Right.
I'm going to get a cup of tea and I'll be back in a couple of seconds.
Okay. Shall I pretend to be you? I'll pretend to be her when she got caught up in the... hello everybody. So let's have a look in the what was it, the Todds are pumping then, are they? I don't know, I haven't looked at the market for a little while. Let's have a look here. What's happened to the Superman? Is he still doing his thing? Anyone know what's going on with the Superman and the GUYSSSS or whatever it's called? I don't know how you pronounce that. Anyone know how to pronounce that properly? I had people on my comments saying, is GUYSSSS, and like literally putting out exactly how they think it should be said. So therefore that was rather funny. But obviously need you a Todd. I know, I was thinking the same thing, but do you know what? When you see them in the thing now and they're so high, you just don't want to get one, do you? You're thinking like, I could have got that for 69 quid. I don't really want to buy it now. So 198 for Superman. Okay, that's cool. Todd was 280. He's now 360. Wowzers. Wow. I guess people are starting to... now, what do we think? Is it actual people buying them, or is it Ray Fixie manipulating it? We can't hear you, Orange Bag Lady, or at least I can't, so I don't know if anyone else can. So therefore, you might want to plug yourself in, or... Yeah,
that would help. That would be good. What a miss. Fill me in. Sorry. Thank you for...
nothing much. We're just chin wagging. That's all right. Just chin wagging. That's all we do.
Good man.
Sketch Lab is saying that he did Artist Alley at New York Comic Con SC in 2015. What's the Artist Alley at Comic Con? I don't really know what they... Oh, do you mean you took part in it, as in you drew something to put in it? Is that what that means, or?
Oh God, where is that?
Ray's been shopping on Todd. Okay, that makes sense then in that case. So. But you see, I don't understand that whole thing. I don't know what you guys think, whether the whole, a lot of people have been complaining about there shouldn't be a pump and all that sort of stuff. I don't think it matters too much because of the fact that it's not like crypto where you can dump it all in one go and then the price goes down. You've actually got to sell it to someone who's willing to pay that price. So therefore, I suppose you could argue that if like the whole group of people, if in one go they put it on the marketplace, they pumped it up to say 300, and then they all put it on the marketplace at, I don't know, 295 or something, or one at 295, and then one at 294, 293. Then it would slightly go down. But I still don't really understand how it can be a pump and dump with collectibles. But maybe I'm being stupid here. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure on either. I think just from I'm not super into buying lots of collectibles. I don't really have. I have a little bag. It's not, I'm not a big time like a lot of the guys are. But if I just imagine that, if somebody was to come in to the app now and see everything at such a high price, that I don't feel like the app retention would maybe be as good. People would come in and then maybe be like, "Whoa, the thing is, so dear, I can't, I couldn't even,
that's
afford
true, but
anywhere near that."
Everything is not going to be that price for a start.
Yeah,
you've got a lot of stuff that's still going to be. But the thing is is it better to come in when there's a higher prices on certain items, and then you look at that and go, "Oh, actually, that's worth some money. So maybe if I buy something like this in a few months' time, that might be worth some money as well." Or is it better to come in and look and go, "Okay, so it's sold for 40, but it's been sold now at 20." So that's my thing of it. And, a lot of them were being sold at under the rate that they should have been, essentially. So therefore, that essentially devalues the whole market, because then, and literally people were saying, "I'm not going to bother with this drop. I'll just get it cheaper on the market." And I even said to you, because you said to me that you bought what was it? A dragon gel, wasn't it? A common dragon gel. I said, "Oh, you should have just gone on the market and got it for, half price or whatever next week."
Yeah.
And then something that you said to me, which resonated, was that, but I want to be the first owner of it.
That's kind of come up in conversations with a couple of the guys, and I think, like we were saying, like obviously being the first owner, and maybe if you have a car or something that has had 4 owners before it, it's obviously not going to be as valued or as sought after versus a car excuse me, that's only had 1 owner. But say the car was owned by Brad Pitt or someone else famous, the car would then be worth way flipping more, even though it was owned by someone prior. So I think it kind of goes either way. But I think I don't know. I kind of think it'll hold a wee bit more value. Maybe not that much, but
I guess the issue with it is that it's not like a toy where you take a toy out of a box and then it automatically loses its value because it's been played with or whatever. True. It's a case of you can literally do what you like with these things, and they won't lose the value for that reason, because of the fact that you're not. Well, it's not real, is it?
Yeah, it's not like eroding. It's not. Yeah, it doesn't have that like. You don't. Yeah,
so I guess
put that effort into keeping the value up. You don't have there's no effort. There's a lot of effort for people to keep, for a kid to keep something in a box. Yeah, there's a lot of effort and time goes into that, getting the space and getting your what's it called, your shelves and everything, all that sort of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, if you're into that sort of collecting thing, then a lot of people just literally buy it, keep it in the box, and then stick it on a shelf, don't they? Or put like a cover on it or whatever. But who was talking about Beanie Babies the other day? It was someone in your thing. I can't remember.
Oh, serious?
Laurie, I think it's Laurie. Is that her name?
Oh yeah, Laurie, yeah.
Yeah, Laurie. Yeah, there we
Beanie
go.
Babies?
She was saying that she's got hundreds and hundreds of Beanie Babies that everyone said were going to be worth a lot of money, because I remember the Beanie Baby craze as well. I was actually working at Selfridges in London at the time. Selfridges and Harrods. It was basically I would sort of flip between the two, and I remember the crazy people waiting outside in line, and I managed to get myself one of the Princess Beanie Babies, which was the Princess Diana one. And in the end, I gave it away to someone after a while, because it just wasn't worth anything. Everyone was saying these are going to be worth a load of money, and then I bought one, and it was a whole thing. It was just like it was fits and starts essentially. It was always the same. There was like people coming in to get like, and my sister, she like FOMO'd in really bad. She bought like tons of these Beanie Babies that said ultra rare on the tacket, and they're just all sitting up in the loft at the moment, not doing anything. I think that's what. Yeah, well, they're just,
Oh
none
god.
of them are worth anything, but it's like, but they were only like £6 each. So I guess, and I guess that's the same thing about some of these collectibles that,
Mm.
when they're cheaper priced, then people think, oh, I'll just buy that and see what happens. And one of them that I bought that's 20, like someone asked me what my favourite one is. I guess the
Yeah.
favourite one is the Da Vinci Rare purely because it's gone up so much in price. But
Mm.
I don't have that many, but my first one that I bought was Metello. So, and that's gone up in price because of the fact that it's from the original
That was the
Unicorn
first
set
you
or whatever.
bought. Well, good man.
That's the
That
first
was a
one I
good.
bought, yeah,
That was a
because
good
I had
buy.
the chance to get all the other good ones, but I just didn't bother because I thought, well, this isn't going anywhere. So, hindsight's a lovely thing, isn't it?
I know, it's crazy. Beanie Babies are dying in window shills of many cars now. It was a huge craze. Oh, that's so sad.
That's true. But you know what started
That's
that
so
craze, don't you?
sad.
You know what started that craze? It was somebody that found a Beanie Baby on the back of a shelf in an old hardware store or something, and then they sold it for like 50 grand. That is what started the whole Beanie Baby thing because that was
Really?
the well, yeah, essentially, or for me in England it was anyway. All of a sudden that came out in the newspaper and everyone went crazy for Beanie Babies because it was said it was rare and ultra rare and all this kind of thing, and people thought that if they bought these things, then in a few years' time they'd be worth 50 grand. So therefore, that's why people FOMO'd into Beanie Babies.
Oh,
It's
well, is
just
that's a bit silly that one was sold for 50, one, just one, and then
I think it was one.
everybody
It was
went
like an
out and like
elephant or
bought one.
something. Well,
That's,
no,
is that not
but the
silly?
thing was, I don't know if I don't know if they've been around for a long time. I don't know. Somebody else might know more about it than me. But I just remember there was a news story about it, and it was one elephant, and it was found like in an old store or something like that. I
Mm,
don't know the exact details, but I remember it was sold for a lot. I can look up
that's
on my
crazy.
phone
Yeah, go
rudely
check the
while I'm
meeting.
while I'm talking
No,
to you,
not
but
at all, not at all. I'll go through the comments while you're checking out the facts.
check out the facts of the Beanie Babies, yeah, because that's really important.
It is. I used to buy Beanie Babies. I remember I had. You remember the ones that had like sort of they were like shiny and they had like two tones like silver and
Ah,
they weren't
yes.
like fluffy. They were like animals and stuff. I had quite a lot of those.
I had mainly the bears. My sister bought like all of the animals, and then I had mainly the bears. I had the princess bear and the peace bear. So basically, I got the rare ones because I was working in Selfridges and Harrods at the time. I could like just say, "Oh, I want one of those," and then get it before anyone got in the store. Essentially, if I wanted it. So
Mm.
therefore, that's what generally happens with those. I think well, Thai boos and beanie. There's all sorts now, isn't there? But they went
Are they still a
crazy for like.
thing? I remember them being a thing when I was young, like, but they're not really. They're not
That'd be
what they used
hilarious.
to be
Now
now.
I'm looking at the 20 most valuable Beanie Babies. Wouldn't it be funny if I'm looking down and I just happen to see one that my sister's got up in the loft, and I'm taking the pee out of her right now, and she's got a Beanie Baby
What
from
would you do?
1986 or whatever. That'd be
What would
hilarious,
you
wouldn't it?
do? That
Although
would
you
be.
say that, but I'll tell you a story now because I can tell you because it's in English, right? Now this is ridiculous. This is
Go.
ridiculous how stupid this is, right? And it's nothing to do with
I don't want to
collectibles,
hear this. Okay, go.
but this is like we were literally right. Okay, so
I need to
my
take this off for this story. Wait, go ahead.
what's that?
I'm just gonna take the comment off for the story because I feel like this is
Oh
gonna be.
right, okay, right. Okay, now this is how can you start this? Right, okay. My wife was going to the hospital with her auntie in the car,
Okay.
and she just started talking about just like different things. And basically, what happened was her dad I think it was during the war or just after the war or whenever it was. Anyway, he moved to Buenos Aires.
Okay.
Okay, and he worked in a hotel as a bellboy guy, as a lift guy. And there was a person who stayed there who was an artist, yeah.
Okay.
And he got very friendly with him. And when this guy left, he gave him a big pile of drawings. Okay, just a load of drawings to him, and he gave them
Okay.
to her dad. And their dad used to sit every night and just go through them, and it was pictures of cats. Used to just go through pictures of cats and say, "Hey, look at this cat. Look at this cat. This is from my friend Leonard." Okay.
Okay.
Now, have you got your phone near you?
Yeah.
Okay, so look up the name. Now, what is the name of him? Right, Leonard. What is his name? Timakushi or something like that. Hold on. I'll tell you what. Just look up cats pictures, and then put Leonard, and then that way.
Cats pictures.
Hold on, no, he's not coming up. It's so annoying. I'm on a stream and I can't figure out what his name is. I'll tell you what, talk amongst yourselves while I find it out, and then I will.
Okay, yeah, you go for it. And then after this, can we have a MaGiC segment?
Of course.
Cool. Okay. Right, I'll go through these. Sorry, what did that say, James? My wife had a bedroom full of Beanie Babies when we were at school. Oh, easy to give us gifts back then. Wish she liked VeVe as much. I know. Oh man. Here, well, give it time. Give it time. When she realizes that they don't take up any space, they're not going to clutter up your bedroom. She might change her mind. She might convert. I used to buy and sell Disney beanies all around the world. What? Claire, oh my gosh. Dark horse. Collecting all over the place. All over the world, apparently. So Beanie Baby was the original pump and dump.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good shout, dude.
Okay, I still can't find it.
No, I think it goes to show that humans as a race are naturally drawn to collecting in some sort of fashion, and VeVe will capitalize on that. Yeah, we love to have little trinkets and little like tokens of like where we've been, throughout our life. I think they're like little mementos kind of that, help you remember significant moments. And I think, or maybe not, or it's just like a real passion for people, like all of the collectors in our group. Like they've put so many hours into collecting and so much time. I was watching a little bit of the Comic Way and Cryptomaniac's new video. I was like listening just in and out. And they have so much knowledge, dude, on this stuff. They have like details about artists and about mints and certain types of comic covers and how many there were and how rare that makes them, and like it is so cool. It's like a museum almost, I feel like, of comic art. It's class, and they have such a great like a Rolodex almost of all of these the gill. Oh, sorry, Vincent. Low-key just came here for the MaGiC. Jokes added bonus. Welcome, Vincent.
I cannot find this blooming...
Oh, you're joking me.
Fujiyama
you built that story.
Or something?
You built that right up.
I know, and I can't find his details now. I can't remember his name. It's like
what
Leonard
would your wife know?
Fujitsu or Fuji... Maybe. Yeah,
is he like a Jap? Where is he from?
He's a famous. He's like the Japanese Picasso. Maybe if I put that, let me put that in and see. Let's have a look. Here we go. Here he is. Right, Japanese.
Okay, who is it?
Okay, his name is. That was easy. If I should just done that, shouldn't I? Right. Okay. So he is Fujita. Foujita. Leonard Fujita.
Book of Cats.
And basically, the Book of Cats is the thing, but these were original pictures of cats. And if you look, one of them sold at auction in Sotheby's for like 100 million or something like that.
Shut up.
Ridiculous amounts, right? So anyway, he used to like show them these pictures of cats. They had like a whole thing of like 30 or 40 pictures of cats. Leonard Fujitsu, whatever his name is, Fujiyama.
Yeah, I'm looking at them.
So what happened was, my wife found out about this, and we were like, okay, this is crazy. We've got to try and find out if these still exist. Now, what happened was we've kind of got like an evil auntie, I guess, who basically stole all the inheritance from all of the brothers and sisters. So none of them got anything. And she stole the house, essentially, that these paintings were inside.
What?
So I know, this is crazy. It's like a movie.
Oh,
So
it's like a
basically,
movie.
we
Jeez,
had to
okay.
try and figure out a way to get in the house so that we can find out if these cat pictures still existed. Okay.
Okay.
Now, the issue is that they had a box full of stuff with all of the dad's stuff in it because I guess she didn't get on with the dad. So when he died, what they did was they just chucked everything in a box and then they chucked it in a garage, and that's where all the cat paintings went. So we wanted to find out if they're there because obviously it's stupid expensive. So what we did was we concocted this idea of doing like a fake interview about things that happened in Buenos Aires. So we went round with like microphones and cameras and everything because it's the only way to get into the evil auntie's house. And then once we got in there, we could then like talk to her about this thing. And she was the most boring person in the world doing this interview. I've got like 2 hours footage of her like, oh, I don't really know. And basically she lied to us completely. And what actually happened was they chucked all of the stuff in the box, including these cat paintings worth millions and millions of pounds they didn't know about, obviously. And then there was, because they just chucked them outside, the water got into the boxes and just messed it all up, basically. So it all got chucked away.
No.
And so basically we lost the entire millions of thingy. And the idea was that we had to get into the house to check to see if she had them, because we can't just say to her, hey, have you got those cat paintings? Because if she had them, then nobody would ever get anything. And the idea was that we were going to get them, sell them, and then we were going to split it between all of the family who didn't get any inheritance, essentially. And there's quite a lot of them. So that was the idea. But it was just a nightmare. And in the end, we did this whole interview, and she said, oh, yeah, what happened was there was a leak in the bedroom where the thing was, and most of the stuff got chucked away. We obviously didn't tell her about the paintings. And we still, to this day, don't know if it really did get chucked away or if it's still inside the house. But they've just had some renovation work done. So one of the brothers went along to the house to try and find. And he couldn't find anything either. So it's like, it's still up in the air. But
God.
yeah,
That is
it's kind of crazy.
That's an insane story. That is totally worth it. I'm so glad you found out his name.
Yeah, but if you look up his thing, it's like ridiculous amounts of money, and we were all excited, and we've got to get in the house, and like, how do we get in the house to do this?
They're from 1886 to 1968, and then the Book of Cats is from 1897 to 1958.
Yeah,
so
the Book of Cats is not actually worth as much as well. This was literally just like, these were all hand-drawn originals when he was in Buenos Aires because he did a show there or something like that. He did like an art exhibit there. And because he liked the guy who was the bellboy, essentially, he just gave him all this stuff. But if you like stupid stories like that, you'll love, oh Jesus, some of the stuff.
Have you got Listen, that's what this is about. That's what a chinwag is all about, dude.
But it's not about VeVe at all. But okay, I'll tell you one last one, and then I'll do some magic for you, because this is Elisa's dad. She'll hate me saying this, but basically when they moved into the house, which is there's two houses now, one on top of the other. Essentially, it's their old house. They built an old house, and it used to be a monastery beforehand. Right. And when they moved in, he found like all these scrolls. Like all these scrolls of like Bible and stuff like this, like really old books and scrolls and stuff. and he didn't know what to do with them, so he burnt them. He burnt them all except for one, which he saved. And then the priest came over and he was like, "What have you got there?" Before it was their house. He gave him this last one and said, and he was like, he couldn't believe it. He couldn't believe that they've all been burnt, basically, and they were, he literally burnt them all. But he does crazy stuff like that. It's just, he's not crazy himself. He just doesn't care. He just doesn't, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't have that attachment. Yeah, which is totally doesn't have that attachment to those material things, which I get 100%. But that's wild. That's wild. I'm sure the priest had a canary. Yeah,
definitely, without a doubt. But that was and there's other ones as well he's done. Bottles of wine. There was a cellar full of wine, like literally full of like massively old wines that were collected over the years. And he needed some bottles so he could make some yebas. So he basically just went to the cellar, got all the bottles of wine, uncorked them, poured away the wine, and used it to make yebas, which is basically a drink made of grass. So
my gosh.
You can't
What
make this
is
stuff
he
up. You
like?
really can't.
Oh
I
my
know.
God,
And
what's
this
he
was
like?
literally like just a couple of years ago. It was like when I was back in England at the time, and my wife came to me and said, "You never guess what my dad's just done last night."
Oh, I can't. I
So,
can't. I can. You can probably guess what he's just done. So something pretty mad.
yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
hilarious. Jeez,
Yeah.
that's good. Good stuff.
It looks at the Beanie Babies, and my wife had half of them, including the princess one, which is allegedly worth. What, the princess one is worth 500k now? Really? Oh, I hope not. I gave that away to a Valentine like 10 years ago.
No.
And
No.
it wasn't even a girl that liked me or anything. It was literally I made this like little treasure. Like basically, I sort of fancied her a bit, and she was in it was in college when I was in college years ago, and I was like, okay, I want to do a little Valentine for this girl. So therefore, just sort of cheer her up really, because she was complaining she didn't have a Valentine. I thought, well, if something happens, then that's great. And
Oh.
then I did this like treasure hunt, and I thought I need something to put at the end of it, so I put the princess bear. Because I'd only paid like £6 for it, and I thought, well, that'll do.
Oh
Little did
my
I know it's going to be
Lord.
worth bloody
Half,
500k. You having a
half a
giggle,
mil?
Gus?
Half a mil for a week.
It better not be the same one. It
It
better be the
better
plastic
not.
pellets and not the PE pellets or whatever it was. That was the differences. So
Oh
therefore,
my
yeah, don't tell me that. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
No, no,
So,
no, we're good. We're good.
yeah.
Right,
So
can we
you want
have
me to do some? Something for
roll
you.
up?
Right. Okay.
Everybody's been waiting for it. I
Right.
think we've been here for 50 minutes.
I've been doing it with some for you.
Okay, is everyone
So,
watching? Is
yeah,
everyone
it's
in?
very exciting.
Let's go.
I don't know if my microphone's gonna hold out on this one.
Oh,
Right,
you're
so
gonna go whack it
I've
off.
done a little sum there, but we don't like that number, so we're going to change the number. Okay, and the way we're going to do that is we need somebody in the audience, and we'll get you as well. So we can maybe if you choose someone who can answer the questions, and then because what we're going to do is we're going to take a number from each of those lines. Okay. To create another number, just to give it a bit of fun. So therefore, we've got. Do you want to go first, or do you want the other person to go first? It's up to you.
Do we have anyone who wants to participate? Do we have any hands? Anybody
You
in the
can
chat?
do it in the chat. You don't necessarily have to join on the thingy unless you want to, of course. If you want to do that, then I guess you can send them a link to do. But if you want to,
Yeah,
then
yeah, in
why
the
don't
chat.
we just
In the chat. In the chat.
yeah, just get anyone to. Basically, we just need a number from the top row. So
you want me to just pick one? Pick one of them,
Yeah, just pick one of those.
and you want me to tell you what it is?
Yeah. Tell me what it is. Yeah.
Okay, I pick one.
So 1. Okay. So
Yeah.
we'll put a 1 there.
Yeah.
So we'll get rid of that one. Okay, and then pick another number from the second row. Then in that case.
3, please.
3. That's a good one to choose, isn't it? Considering there's only
Good choice.
and another one in that row there.
I'll go 7.
7. Okay, let's put the 7 there then, like that. What we got there? We got 964. Which one would you want?
I'll go 4 for that one.
4.
Please.
Okay. So as you can see, we're just making a random number with different, and then 128. Which one would you like?
I'll go for 2, please.
Number 2. 2. There we go. Right, so we've got a random number there. Let's get rid of that because we don't need that anymore because that won't come to that anyway. So let's get another person then in that case. So therefore, we need somebody to choose someone in the chat who you want to do with.
Are
Get
we
that
still
Beanie Baby
here?
thing away.
Sorry.
I don't want to know about that.
PTSD. Give me a PTSD. Okay, nobody's chatting now.
No one's chatting now. Everyone's watching the MaGiC.
Everyone's watching the MaGiC. Somebody needs to participate. Todd Father, where are you, bud?
Have we actually got anyone watching? Am I just doing this to myself?
No, there's 8.
Is that
There's 8. There's 8. We have 8. We have 8 lovely. We have 8 lovely watchers. Okay, James has picked. 2.
James just picked number 2, so we'll go with number 2 first of all. Okay, so there's a 2. Now, obviously, that one's got to be a 3 because there's only a 3 there anyway. So, what about out of 4 and 6? Which one does he want?
James, what about out of 4 and 6?
Okay, James is doing his thing.
6,
Number
please.
6. He's gone for number 6. So let's put that there. What else we got here? 9 and 6. Do you want another 6 or do you want a 9?
What do you reckon, James?
Remember, there's a little, what's it called, isn't there? Another 6. Okay, we're going for another 6.
Oh, no, 9. It's a 9.
Oh, does he want a 9 instead?
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, which one does he want? He wants a 9 or a 6?
Oh, sorry.
Which one's he going for?
There's 3. There's 6, 9, and 8 there.
So which one's he want?
He's got 6, 9, and 8. I don't know. Is the last
Right,
one
so
8?
we've got here, we've got a 9 and a 6. So let's take that one for now. So 9 or a 6, which one does he want? Let's go for that one first.
Okay, we'll do 6.
You're going to do it for him, are you? Okay,
I'll do
right.
it
So we'll
for
do
him.
6 there then. Okay, right. So that's 6. Oh, it's going to be quite hard to see now, isn't it? So let's do that, and hopefully that'll work.
Sorry, guys.
And then what's the last one? The 8, yes?
Yes,
An
please.
8. Okay, so what we got there? So we've got 2, 3, 6, 6, 8, isn't it?
Yeah.
So therefore that means we've got remaining, what we got there? We've got a 1 there, essentially. We've got a 3 just there. We've got a 4, is that right? Is that the 4 remaining? Yeah, 4, that goes there. Then we got the 4, it's the 9, wasn't it? Was it in the 9 remaining there? Because it was instead of the 6 and then the 1. Is that correct? Okay, right, so we've got a number now. And I'm trying to make this as interactive as possible. So obviously it's not great magic, but let's see what we can do. So let's add them up then. So what we got? We got 2. What's that? 11? Is it? Is that 11?
Oh, here. Don't ask me. The chat's
that's
going to have
11,
to
I
help
think,
you out
isn't
with the countdown.
Right.
Sorry,
Okay.
no.
So that's 4 and 6. That's 10, 19, 20. I think I get 20 there. Is that 20? 4 and 6 is 10. Added to 9. Added to 1 gives us 20. Then we've got, what we got? 7 and 6 is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Is that about right? Are we going there right? I don't know. I'm adding that up wrong, I think. Hold on, let me just check. Right, so we've got one.
Double check.
Oh, I'm going to write it down on the... It's quite hard to do now because we've got this...
Because we've messed... I'm
was a
sorry,
6,
dude.
wasn't it?
I messed it up.
No, it wasn't you that messed it up. It was because when I asked, it was the thingy. So right, here we go. So 2, 10, 10, 11. So that's definitely 11, isn't it? Without a doubt. Okay, and then what we got there? So we got 4 and a 6 at 10, 19, 20. So that should be right then in that case. Hold on. No, what am I doing? That's not what I do. I put a 0 there, don't I? Oh, that's why. I can't even add up, can I? That's a 0 there, isn't it? That's there's a 2 there and a 0 there. I'm putting the 2 in there and the 0 in there. So I'm going to have to redo this, I think. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Does that sound about right? No, that's not right either, is it? 17, 18, 19. Oh, no, maybe 19. Yeah, 19. You can see I've really tried to do this, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10.
You're doing music. You're doing this live streaming. This is
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? I have no idea if that's right or not. 50901. Does everybody get that? I don't know. I'm not very good at maths, to be honest. So we should have. We'll go with that. I think
50901. 50901.
50901. Yeah. So does everyone get that as their thing? Because if not, then it's not. I'm just checking my maths is right and everything. So yeah, that's correct. Okay, the sketch lab is saying 50901. Now I can't even remember what I wrote down, but it's over here. It's been there in the entire time.
No way.
Yeah, look. 509. 01. Kind of weird, isn't it? Really. So yeah, but there's a reason that you got that. Do you know what the reason is?
Not.
No. See, look. If you look over here, this has been in full view for the entire time. And let me pull this down a second. You can see here. Look, this is my logo, isn't it? Look, new to crypto guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I turn it upside down, look. Can you see just there?
Yeah.
50901.
What? What? How?
So there you go. So a little interactive magic trick for you.
Shit. Can we get a round of applause, please, in the chat for that? That was impressive, guys. Come on.
The next one won't be such drawn out, I promise you. So
I thought you were. So that was all part of it. You were flipping. You were.
No, I really couldn't add up. I really could not add up at all. You can see, I was like 2 and 8, 9. You know what I did here is when I'm adding, I've got 2 and 10. And then 11. So I put a 1 there and a 1 there. So that's fine. But then I did 4 and 6 and 9. So I was like, that's 19 and that's 20. And then what I did was I put a 2 in there. And then I was like, okay, and then that's and that's. I was like, hold on, that doesn't make sense. Why is that happening? And that's what it was.
It's this was all part of it. But how did you still get that? And you had the flipping number hanging up at the end. You were like,
I couldn't even remember what I had up there, to be honest. So
no way! Shut up! No way! That is fantastic. Brilliant.
There you go.
Brilliant, Ian. Thank you so much. Oh,
that's all right. No problem.
Fantastic. You are
before we shoot off and close, I've got one other one for you anyway.
Yes,
so
okay.
But I don't know. Do you want me to do it now? Are we closing out now? Are you finishing
well, no.
Here,
shall we? Well, how long have you got? What's the crack? We have an hour. We're an hour through, so we could do like another.
Whatever.
We do another half hour.
Yeah, if you want to. Yeah, whatever you want to do. I just I can waffle for ages about rubbish. We haven't even talked about VeVe. That's the stupid thing. We literally. I've just been talking about like rubbish completely, like all these things. Although, funnily enough, I can't say most of these things in general because of the fact, or normally anyway, or well, not obviously I can on my stream and that, but I can't say them to people, especially in Spain, because if somebody finds out about it, and then they start looking for these things, but I'm pretty sure they're long gone now anyway, these paintings. But it was, it's a touch and go sort of.
Fantastic story, Ian. That is a fantastic
you want to try and live in it. It's the weirdest thing. It really is, knowing that there's all this money possibly in somebody's house and you can't actually get at it. It's just the. You'll
be doing like a Mission Impossible situation where you're like, you're going in with your Black Ops things at night.
We were totally thinking of doing that as well. We were going to get them round for a party and then nip into the house when they weren't there, essentially. But we can't do that. We get done for breaking and entering.
Yeah.
So, but then I thought for a couple of million, it's probably worth it, But
pay your bill, all right, like.
Exactly, yeah. Get myself a couple of Todds, maybe. Yes.
Maybe. So I just say the appreciation here for the MaGiC. That was unreal. Nice job. Claps all round. Very nice from VeVe Vault. Listen, you need to be tying this in a little bit more, dude. I think because people want to see this. People want to see this from you.
Yeah, I occasionally do a little magic here and there on the stream or something, doing. But yeah.
Can you make a Todd magic? Can you make a Todd magically appear in my vault? That would be a good one. I wish I could.
Yeah.
That would be a good one.
I'd pop it in mine as well. Yeah.
What kind of
you make a Lomin Ultra Rare Labbit this Thursday. I don't know if I'm going for the Labbits, to be honest. I don't know if I can do that. I think my wife would kill me if I went for the Labbits as well. I went for the Gavinci the other day. The thing is, whenever I buy them, I never sell them either. I'm the typical. It's same with crypto. I've not sold crypto for actual money. I've only sold it for other cryptos. So therefore, it's just been a round circle. I'm hoping that. At some point I will sell something for some money because my wife just doesn't believe any of this is real. She thinks it's all fake. So it's
I can see where and it isn't real. It isn't real until you have it in your hand and you take it out of the exchange. Excuse me.
Do you see the thing about the Doge guy? He's lost like loads of money now. That what's he called? Pro the Doge. Pro the Doge. He literally went up to like $2 million or something on Doge. And now he's gone like he didn't sell one cent of it. He didn't sell any of it at all because of the fact it was hodl and all that kind of thing, and he didn't take profits on the way up or on the way down or anything. So he's now gone from like $2 million down to whatever he's gone to.
Oh my God, you're joking me.
So. But then at the same time, maybe it's going to go up again. I don't know because you never know, do you? But
I know you don't. You don't really.
Doge is one of those weird ones, isn't it?
Especially with Doge. So yeah, let's we talk about VeVe. We obviously have a lot of VeVeers in the chat, but we go to a we have crayons as well. Crypto crayons. How's it going, dude?
Hello.
Yes, we go to a crypto group every Friday, which you all are super welcome to. We go. I don't know the name of it. Blockchain crypto group weekly meetup something. Don't quote me on that. I'll send you.
It's a really easy name to remember, obviously. Yeah,
rolls off the tongue. So it's on Fridays.
I'll have a look on my phone for you.
Yes, please. Thank you. Yes, we go every Friday, and it's just for us. We're both, Ian and I, are very new to all of this, so it helps us to sort of get our heads around some of the other concepts and some of the sort of more important things. You just need to know, like security, and just be looking out for that sort of thing. yeah, so you're all welcome. It's awesome. So yeah, I was just going to ask about sort of what other projects you have you been thinking about any? Have you been looking into any? Have you or is it just
Um,
VeVe for you?
it's pretty much just VeVe. I've got a little bit of ADA. I've got a little bit of engine. I've got myself some helium miners. So I'm waiting for
How's
them to
that
come.
going? Oh, they're still not there
Well,
yet. Okay,
still not here yet. No, literally, I bought them, and
I
that's another
remember.
thing that
Yeah,
my wife's a bit like, oh, you know. So, but I'm just waiting for them to come. But I don't know if they're gonna. I'm talking a little bit less loud because it's quite late here. So,
yeah. All right.
but
Okay. Sorry.
I'm not. Hold on, let me do this. If I put this up like that, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for them to come in the post essentially, which hopefully they should come soon, and then I'm going to three different locations because they have to be a certain amount away from each other and stuff. So we're going to set them up in 3 different locations, and then the idea is each one witnesses each other and all that sort of stuff, and we should hopefully make some helium from it. But it depends what helium price is. As with anything in crypto, it's never guaranteed, is it? So therefore, who knows what's going to happen? And also, so many people are being added to it. The good news is there's not that many. Well, there's none at all in my area, literally none, which is good news and bad news. Because it's good news because we can have the monopoly on it in the sense of we can get a couple going, and then we can then slowly like branch out every 300 meters to another house or something. And our plan is to sort of maybe pay their Wi-Fi for the month and then just put the machine in their house. So therefore they get free Wi-Fi and we get to use the machine essentially.
Class. That sounds like a good setup.
But I don't know if it's going to happen yet. But you know, that's what we're doing with some family, and there's quite a lot of family anyway. So therefore, like sort of it's positioned around, and obviously family have got grands and aunties and uncles and all that in the same sort of area as well. So therefore, hopefully we'll be able to do something with that. But you know, only time will tell essentially, and see how it goes. And as with anything, you just got to hope it pans out, because obviously if helium, the one thing about crypto is kind of annoying is it moves so quickly. So like now they've got helium miners, and now I'm almost too late to buy helium miners, even though I've got in before some people. I'm still too late for that, because there's people who got in earlier who have been doing it for a long time, who've earned a lot of money from it, and then there's other people who are coming along who have literally bought these miners, and then I think it's in August or something. Just like Bitcoin thing, they halve the amount of helium available.
Okay.
You know, it's like I'm too late essentially, and they're not going to arrive in time. Yeah. So it's.
I heard a story. There was a guy, I can't remember. Is it the guy that started? Kraken? Is it Kraken? It's the exchange.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it was him. But he had a similar issue to yourself. He had, then this is back in like 2010 or something, when Bitcoin mining was becoming a thing. He, heard about this pump that was possibly going to happen, and then he ordered a load of Bitcoin mining equipment, and instead of just buying the Bitcoin, he bought the mining equipment. And by the time the flipping mining equipment arrived, Bitcoin had gone up and it had come down again. So he'd missed the initial, the initial huge pump on it. So
But then at the same time, he would have used that equipment to mine, and now that Bitcoin would have been worth a lot more. So, but he probably didn't do that, and I think that's where people lose money in crypto essentially. From what I can gather, it takes at least 2 to 3 cycles, unless you're very lucky, for your crypto to go up. Because otherwise, because that's the one thing I kind of like when it's funny, you see all these YouTubers and stuff like that, and obviously now I'm sort of one of them, but they're all talking about how this crypto is going to be good and this and that, and then you think, well, if it's that good, why haven't you made money from it already? Or not particularly that token, but the ones that have been around for years, why are they not millionaires already? Like, why? Because if they bought that many in the first place, then why are they not millionaires from crypto if it's that easy?
Yeah.
So
why have they not made that return and taken the capital out?
The only thing I can think of is that some of them do, but they still carry on with their YouTube, which is a possibility, I guess. I don't know if Omi goes to $10 tomorrow. I don't think I would carry on with my YouTube, I think I would probably be on an island somewhere. I don't know.
I think I would say the same.
Yeah.
If it was to Sky, come on, like who's gonna be doing that? I don't know. Again, each to their own. You never know. They might
But it's
just
like,
love making
I guess
YouTube
it's like
videos.
anything. Some people make a lot of money from it, and then they just want more money. Because essentially,
Yeah.
that's what a WoW is, isn't it? It's somebody who's made a lot of money one way or another, and then they just want more money. So therefore, But is it easier being a WoW than it is being just a normal person in crypto? I don't know, because I was thinking about this. And I was thinking, well, it's easy because you invest a lot, and then if it goes up a little bit, you've made a lot of money. But then at the same time, if you're investing that much, if it goes down a little bit, you've lost a lot
You've
of money.
lost a lot. Yeah. Yeah. So it's that risk. It's that so people I don't know. It's people say it's not like gambling, but that is like gambling
Pretty
that
much is, really, isn't it?
taking
Yeah,
that
you're
risk,
gambling on. Yeah,
taking that
exactly. Yeah,
amount of risk with that amount of dough. Do you know what I mean? Can't tell me that that's not risky.
but then
Um,
are they seeing it as an amount for them? Like, Andre Gic invested 150 grand, I think, into Omi. Well, for
right.
me, that's ridiculous amounts of money. But for him, when he's
True.
already a millionaire, is
Relative.
150 grand like us going, I'll just stick 100 quid on it?
Yeah. It is. It is. That's a good point as well. Everybody's perspective is going to be based on their, position on where they are in this situation. Um, I know for me, um, if I had a lot of dough saved up, I don't know if I would be, I'd put a portion, but I don't know if I would be like, I would have that motivation to be like, yeah, I need to triple X my gains, or I need to make this go to this much, or, it's a much more, for me, it's a much more long term thing, and it's not something I'm looking to make any sort of return off, you know, off the back of, the weekend or,
Mm.
um, I know it's going to be, but then I think that's where the research and all comes in. I feel like if you're just sort of money driven, and it's not so much about the project and the concept and how long it's gonna, how far it's gonna go into the future. If you're not really concerned about any of that, then you're just worried about a quick buck. And I don't know. I don't know. I feel like the risk levels are a wee bit skewed. I feel like I'm taking less risk when you have more information. Is it, and that kind of
Mm.
we're kind of hedging our bets, kind of, but obviously nothing is certain either. Um, but I certainly feel like all of us, because of the research that we've done and the foundation of this company, or if we're talking about specifically VeVe here, um, we all can see further into the future rather than just, into the next couple of months if we want to flip our dough.
That's
Um,
true, but then at
so-
the same time, there could be something that happens that just wipes it out completely.
yes,
So
absolutely,
therefore,
as well.
we're still gambling, and that's the thing about crypto in general, isn't it? Like, like we've been talking about that guy recently, or lots of people have been talking about that guy. As I said, I was a bit worried about it because if people are talking about him constantly, and then he decides to do something about it, then it could essentially ruin the entire project. And for what? For people to know that there's a WoW out there who might be selling. It doesn't really matter. We don't have any proof of it or anything like that. So that to me was my sort of reasoning behind it, and why I didn't really do like a video about it or anything like that. I know several people have done videos about it now, but to me it was a case of like I do that occasionally anyway when I'm thinking about a topic for a video. If I see something and I go like, actually that might cause people to be like, well, that's not right. What's going on there? And it's not like I'm censoring anything. Like if it's something that I feel people need to know about, then like it's up to me what I put in my channel essentially. But like I
Absolutely, yeah.
don't. I'm not trying to. I don't also want to put a load of FUD out there that I don't have proof of, or I don't have anything to go with, because
Yeah.
essentially it does. Although like, I don't think I influenced a lot of people at all, but we still have a YouTube channel. And like for instance, if I put a video out there, then what might happen is somebody then takes that video and does a video about that, and then someone else does it, and then someone else does it, and now like that same thing that I was talking about is going to get asked in the AMA. So and then they're going to have to try and talk about that somehow. So then a lot more people get to know about it. So it's not just the one person; it's the fact that it's a whole, what's it called? And people say, well, we deserve to know and all that, and maybe you do, but then at the same time, if there's nothing you can do about it, and all it's going to cause you is thinking like, do you really want to know about it anyway? So, I don't know, but that was just my sort of thing about it.
No, yeah, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. I'm kind of on the fence about it. I think that on one hand, we have I don't know if we have the right, but, as investors, this is our money. This is our, this is, and because of that, I don't know, do you then have rights to know everything about a company? We're kind of doing all of this research off our own backs. People will just give money to a company and then be like, here, take it, go and do what you will with it. Whereas all of us are like, we have a magnifying glass, on this
literally
on this
under everything. Yeah,
literally.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I don't know if like, I'm not big into stocks or anything like that, but I wouldn't imagine. I would imagine if you looked, deeply into the inner workings of those companies, I'm sure they would make hair stand up on the back of your neck for some of the stuff that they're, some of the things that are happening behind the scenes. And as a company,
yeah, exactly. Like I don't mind, like saying, sorry, it was a sleigh in my ear there. So.
Oh no, you're grand. You're grand. No, I was just gonna say that I think that just that we have a microscope on this, and we've painstakingly gone through every aspect of this company. So for that, I think that we can handle it, kind of. I feel like we can handle the negativity as a community because we really believe in this. I feel like even a bit of that isn't going to shake us. I kind of feel like the people who really believe in this shit, a bit of that's not going to, it'll be grand.
No, exactly. Opinion, yeah, anyway. I think it's going to be fine anyway. But it's like you said. Do we have the right to know all of this information? But I guess when you're investing in something, I don't know. I'm fairly new to this anyway, and I don't mind sort of speculating on what's coming up and all that sort of stuff. But I hope that I also don't ruin plans because of the fact I'm doing that. And I always worry sometimes. I'm like, oh, should I put this out? Because people might not necessarily have known it otherwise. And it's fun for me because of the fact that it's like, oh, I found this or whatever, but to be honest, most of the stuff that I put out there has been found by somebody else anyway, and somebody sent me anyway. So, and normally everyone in the whole community knows about it anyway. So, except for I don't know if anyone knew about the thing that I found today. So I was quite proud of myself for finding that.
Yes. Can we touch on that quickly as well before we do MaGiC?
Yeah, of course.
Go ahead. Do you want to share
all it was just I was looking at the old white paper, and I was looking at different logos and stuff just to see what was going on and stuff, and I just found an old interview when I did some searching on Google. I found an old interview from 2018 that said, and it was David Yu was being interviewed, and they asked him a few questions, and they said, what other partnerships do you have and stuff, and one of the things he said was that he has a partnership with Decentraland. So therefore I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So now it may have changed. That's the thing, we don't know, because there's a lot of stuff that has changed in the white papers and from interviews and stuff like that we don't know about. But and also, like, have they taken it? Not, they didn't take it out though, so that was public knowledge. If you found it, then that's the way I see it. It wasn't like I got it from a secret source or anything like that.
Yeah,
that was inside the company or anything.
No, public knowledge, dude. If it's out there, it's out there to be read. It was published, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So therefore, I happened to find that, but maybe they haven't spoken about it because they can't, just the same as the other stuff. But I don't know if it's a huge thing or not. I don't really know. I don't know much about Decentraland. As I said, I tried playing it and I couldn't really get into it, to be honest. I literally just today I spent about 20 minutes making an avatar. It took so long. And then I went in, I looked around a bit, and all I could do was walk around a little foyer, and every time I tried to move my arrow to try and do something, the view moved around like this. So I couldn't actually click on anything I wanted to click on. So I'm probably, because I'm just new to it, I haven't played it properly. It's like, it's like getting a PlayStation. For the first 20 minutes or whatever, exactly. Yeah. So it's probably the same thing, but I don't know. I guess it makes sense because of the fact that it's already a multiverse or something, isn't it? Do you know, you're invested in it, aren't you? You're invested in Mana. Is it Mana?
Mana, yes.
Mana.
So it's a I'm still because I still need to put a little bit more work. There's all my other projects haven't had anywhere near as much time or effort as OMI or VeVe, so they need a bit of attention for sure. Um, but yeah, the first time I saw it really, like I've heard of it and the idea, it's owned by all of the land in Decentraland is owned by players. So like all the rocks and all of the land and the buildings and everything is owned by players. I think it's designed by players as well. I'm
So
not
you
sure.
buy it yourself then? You like buy a rock or something,
I
or
think
do you
so. I think
get
like
allocated a rock?
I'm not sure because Sandbox. I'm kind of looking into Sandbox and Decentraland are kind of similar. I'm not going to say that.
Okay.
They're kind of similar in that you can buy land. But in the Sandbox, you can well, not physically, but you create, you would create the rock and you would create the path and you would create the.
Oh.
And then you can like send it across to the Sandbox, I think, and they can maybe purchase it off you, or you can like. I'm not 100% in all the details, but um, it is a lot quite integrated with the players, and there's crypto involved.
Okay.
So
I saw I
I'll
had to have my
definitely do a
wallet
proper
connected
video
or
on it.
something. I had to have Ethereum wallet connected, or
Yeah.
MetaMask,
MetaMask,
and it was
yeah.
set to Go chain because of it being OMI, obviously. So I had to change it to Ethereum mainnet, and it
That's the
literally
one.
wouldn't let me in the site until I changed it. So
Yeah.
therefore, there's and I must admit I was a bit worried about that because I didn't want to click on something and accidentally buy it.
I'm
So
buying it,
therefore,
yeah.
that's why I
No,
kind
that's
of.
right. Yeah, it is. It's a strange concept, but I think it must be something to do with the purchasing, and I think you can buy and sell within Decentraland. You must be able to maybe buy skins or, like we're saying, like a house or a land, or I'm not sure, but we'll come back. I'd love to come back and do a proper deep dive with you on those two other coins. That would be cool.
Yeah. I don't know much
But
about them at all, to be honest. I haven't
yeah,
really
yeah,
looked into
same,
them, so
same.
it's.
So I think it would be good just to get more of a scope on kind of what we're dealing with.
There's probably people watching this, or later on, probably not now, because most people are from Ecomi, obviously, or from that sort of side of it. But there'll probably be people watching this in the future who'll be sitting there going, "What are you talking about, Decentraland? You don't know what you're talking about." Because that's what I do when I'm listening to like some YouTubers talking about OMI who've like either just started or
not
not
done your
just started,
research.
but I mean. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because
Yeah.
especially ones who do all the different coins every single day and stuff, and then they just go like, I was listening to an interview the other day, and they're like, oh well, maybe they got Pokemon, maybe they got and it was just like that. It wasn't.
Just
There was
like,
no like, yeah, exactly. Like, oh, what's the tokens? Oh, I don't know. There's quite a lot actually. It was just all like stuff like
very
that, and it's like,
surface level. Yeah.
yeah. I'm sitting there going like, "Ah," and probably people are doing exactly the same thing now in the future.
I will
Watching this
probably,
Decentraland.
probably. So I apologize, Decentraland holders and players and lovers, but I really want to, because competition is healthy. Well, not competition, but I think other people coming in with their ideas, and that helps you to develop your own idea.
Well,
So I
essentially,
think
it is competition unless they announce as a partner, and then in which case it's no longer competition, is it? It's actually part of it. I don't know how they would integrate it or what it's going to be, but
we were kind of saying that the style of it is very Minecraft slash is it
yes.
Roblox or something?
Roblox or something. Yes, I
Roblox?
don't even know anything
Okay.
about them as well. Yeah, is it
Yeah.
Roblox? Something like that. I don't know. I don't know any of these stuff. There's these YouTubers that make like thousands and thousands of views playing Minecraft, and I just don't get it. But then I'm not a gamer at all. I'm not. I
Exactly.
used to have
But
a
this is just
PlayStation when I was younger, and that's
Same.
it. That was after that. I
Same.
didn't.
But this
I
is where
migrated.
yeah, this is where like all of those people who are used to those games and like who play them on the regular are going to find it super easy to kind of assimilate to another game such as Decentraland or Sandbox or something like that, because it looks quite similar. But we were saying that we believe that the VeVe-verse is probs. You often somewhere. I'm so sorry. I've been neglecting this chat because we've been talking so much. I'm sorry,
Been
everybody. When waffling, chin wagging, nattering, it's terrible. But yeah, about Decentraland. Yes, that the VeVeVerse, if it's gonna come out, we feel that if it's gonna take time and everything, they're gonna put the same sort of graphics into it as the collectibles. It's gonna look, it's gonna be like Decentraland, but like GTA graphics, you know, and like proper high end, same sort of thing, but with graphics that are just like that's kind of what
Hmm.
I feel. Maybe
Well,
it could
hopefully,
be something
yeah.
similar, but I think I don't know. I'm not going to say I'd be disappointed, but I just don't feel like if you put a Rizzo into Decentraland, it's not gonna like
I
that
see what
just
you're
the
saying.
you
I
know what I mean?
wonder though if it's going to be more Decentraland is just the place, and then there's showrooms that are connected by the actual
Mm,
Decentraland. So you walk around Decentraland, then you go in a showroom or something, and then that's
okay.
where you see the collectibles. So it doesn't really
Mm,
matter. Maybe I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know
it
how it's
could
going to
be.
work, but I read an interview. It was today while I was looking as well, or maybe it was in the old white paper, and it was saying that the idea is to put the NFTs in the VeVeVerse themselves.
Yes,
So
yes,
so
yes.
it's not just I guess. But the thing is, like, if you've got a Batman that's static, why would you put it in the VeVeVerse? It doesn't make any sense apart from just
Mm,
like, hey, stick it in the
it's
middle of
just
the.
standing there.
I don't know. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not a gamer, so I don't really understand the VeVeVerse concept and how it's so good for the token. To me, the token was all about you buy an NFTs and it burns the token, which can cause the price to increase. I wasn't really thinking about the VeVeVerse is going to be such a big thing
Mm,
that is going to. I thought it was just an added on bit, but apparently, multiverse is the way forward essentially.
mm-hmm. Yep.
Like the Ready Player One. But to me, I was like, I watched that film and I was like, oh man, it was alright, but I wasn't. That's why you probably noticed I'm probably the only YouTuber that hasn't done a video about how the VeVeVerse is going to change everything in the world. In Evomi, and it's just because I don't really understand how it's going to work or what it's going to do.
Yeah.
I guess it'll maybe increase the burn. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. I think from what I can kind of like wrap my head around, and it's obviously this is all speculation and we're all just brainstorming. Um, but the idea of like in-game purchasing, like so you play a game, say we play PUBG. Have you heard of PUBG? It's like a Call of Duty kind of style game.
Okay, right. I
Call of Duty,
recognise the name,
it's like a
but
shootery type thing. So say somebody who was it saying was a really good example. So we buy a new Call of Duty game and we put in like 50 quid and we buy, a load of armor and it's freaking class and we buy a new gun and everything and we play it, through the game or whatever. And then the game comes to an end and then we have to buy another game and then buy more armor and then buy a new gun. Do you know what I mean? For a new game. So I
hmm,
think the metaverse is like you can buy your initial setup, and then the game will like change, or you can like jump instead of having to just do all this in one game and all of this in the other. You'll be able to take your gear from like this game to this game to this game. It's like you'll still be the same character, but you'll be able to like jump into different
but that's like Engine,
university
isn't
type
it? That's
games.
essentially what Engine are doing, and that's what
Is
they're
it
doing with the
the same?
gaming side of it. But Vivi is. I don't think Vivi's doing that side of it. They're just doing the NFT side of it, as in like the collectible side. So
Hmm.
I don't really understand how the NFTs are going to fit into the metaverse. But
Yeah, it'll be
Toddfather says the
interesting.
metaverse will be the future. So he obviously understands it better than I do because I don't really, I'm not fudding
Is
it. I'm not
it?
saying
It's
it's
no,
not
of
going to be a
course.
good thing, but
It's just
I
get your
don't,
head around it, and I think
yeah, because there's not really much information out there apart from looking at, like Minecraft and all that. And I
hmm,
understand they're very popular things, but to me, it's not something that I would spend time on. But then at the same time, to other people, they wouldn't spend time watching crypto videos or they wouldn't spend time learning magic tricks. Do you know what I mean? So, and
that's
that's
it.
what,
That is it.
yeah,
Definitely
it's,
different strokes
yeah.
for different folks. And I think the younger generation um are just so much more in tune with their digitalness. I don't know if that's going to be to their
No,
detriment
it's
or not.
totally true. Yeah,
But they're
it's a worry as
completely.
well,
It
definitely.
is a worry, and it is a worry, and I've been talking a lot about that with the guys in the chat and stuff, and the psychology of all of this, and how like how it's gonna be affected by these things. I think those things really need to be you know, kept in mind as we're all going towards this crazy digital, new world. Um, we need to, still be present in the real world while we still, all of these crazy things are going to happen.
Hmm.
So it's definitely something that needs to be considered. Everybody's mental health and stuff needs to be, in check to be able to properly, integrate with these things. Because you could get lost if this like becomes, what we're saying it is. You could just put this on and you would just be in space flying around on your drivable T-Rex, like just,
Hmm.
any sort of scenario you could imagine you would be able to put yourself in digitally. So, for somebody who's maybe, not happy with their life or whatever, that would be a really good, maybe you could, make yourself happier by surrounding yourself digitally with whatever. But yeah, it needs to be considered because I feel like the young ones they're gonna take to it like a duck to water, but I think that could be scary. It could be to see how it all turns out for them,
Well, in the movie itself, in Ready Player One, it was literally people standing in their pajamas, wasn't it, and then putting on their glasses and then doing their thing essentially, and it was just
I
like.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen it.
Have you not seen it? Oh, you haven't seen it?
No,
Oh,
no.
you have to. Yeah, you'll have to check out the movie. So basically, it's exactly what you were talking about. It's the fact that nobody's got a life and all that sort of thing, and everybody just has these glasses on and just sits in like, that's vaguely from what I can remember it anyway. But
See, that's not good. That's not good. Like it can. I feel like it can. Like the internet, it can be used for good and bad, and like everything, you need balance. And I think these things, we can learn so much from these things, and we can like, but to use them too much is going to be to a detriment. So we'll take a couple more questions. Thoughts on the Frank Kosick Labbit drop? Ian was saying he's not bothered.
I'm not bothered purely because of the fact that I keep on spending money and never getting any money back. So therefore,
okay.
That's mainly the reason for me. If I buy it, I'll probably do a live stream and I'll probably try and get it. And if I get it, then I'll buy it. Well, I'll do a live stream anyway. But I'm kind of. I don't know. It's good that they're coming out with new drops and everything, obviously, because it helps the burn. But the thing I'm finding is it's always the same people every week buying them. So I just wonder where everyone gets their money from, to be honest. So I guess it's because people flip them as well. But I've never flipped one yet. So that's the thing. I buy it and I just hold it. So there's only so many you can hold before you before you look at it and you go, oh, actually, I won't be buying it this week.
Yeah, true.
So
it's hard,
that's my personal opinion on this one.
I would find. Oh, I think they're cool. I think I'm really leaning towards the artists. I think like the original artists rather than the brands.
I think so. It depends if you're a comic book thingy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying they're bad or anything like that. Although have we seen them yet? We don't even know what they are. I think they're probably awesome. And to be honest, even if something really awesome like Marvel of some kind came out this week, I'd probably still be exactly the same because I'm just looking at my collectibles and I'm thinking like I should really sell one so I can buy some more or something like that. I don't know, but then I don't want to sell one and then have it moon on me.
You're attached as well. I feel attached to mine. I don't want to let mine go. I'm not flipping mine. No flipping mine.
Well, you say that, but I always go into the market and I buy them to give out in the stream, and then like I get to it. Like my son really likes Nessie, and now I'm going to be giving out Nessie on my next stream on Thursday when I do the live stream. So he's going to go to it and he's going to be like, "Where's a blue dragon?"
Oh no! Do you have another one? Do you not have two?
I'll go into the market. Yeah, no, I'll just go into the market and buy another one. So that's the good thing about Cryptkins and stuff. They were quite low priced anyway, so therefore they haven't gone up in price massively, or at least the commons and stuff like that. So I just buy them on Cornos or whatever. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's nice to give out a little present to people, but obviously
I know, and I still have mine. I still have my Bigfoot.
Your Bigfoot. Someone was pumping them the other day as well, so you could have made some cash on the Bigfoot.
No way, he's mine. He's not going anywhere. Oh.
Was this you're looking for more for the comic books or possibility of music? I'm not sure what's happening with the music side of it as well. They said that might be coming soon as well. And the comic books, obviously, it's all good for VeVe, but it's not. It interests me to an extent, and I know that I'm going to end up FOMOing in on stuff. I'm just literally trying to. I'm
Psych
trying
yourself
to
out.
calm down on. Yeah, I'm trying to psych myself out of it because otherwise, like I said, I'm literally. And also, I guess it'll be different when we get the MTL or when we get the thingy because then you can cash out. But even then, I'm still going to be in the same situation. Yeah, I'm not going to be in any of a different situation. I'm still going to be sitting there going, shall I buy this or shall I sell this? No, I won't sell this because it'll be worth this much in a couple of weeks' time. You know what I mean? It's like like the
battle
GUYSSSS.
inside yourself. You got to. It's all
It's the same with Omi. It's exactly the same. No matter what I get, I always go, oh, I should get some more now, like that. And I've got my wife's voice of reason, which is good. Just like, no, you're not buying anything else because the way she says it, and I said this on Twitter once. I don't have a massive Twitter following or big Twitter, but I started trying to do it because of the YouTube really. But I just put out a tweet and just said. What was it? I said, is it spending money or is it investing? Asking for a friend. And that's because my wife is like, oh, you're spending money again. And she sees it as spending money. I see it as I'm possibly investing for the future.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, if I'm never getting any gains from that because I'm never selling it or doing anything with it, then is it really invested in the future or is it just spending money?
I think for me, when you say investment in the future, I hear I can get my investment in the future. I can get it then. I have to wait. It's not going to come. It's like I feel like I'm going to be sitting on this like 5 years minimum, sort of like until.
See, 5 years isn't really in the future compared to if you bought a Beanie Baby back in 1980 and it still isn't worth any money now.
That's a very good point. That's a very good point. But Beanie Babies don't have the Hulk. Beanie Babies didn't have. Venom, and
no, it's true.
And these iconic brands and artists and stuff. So I think just that support. Think about if you sort of think about an autographed something from the Beatles and how long that's taken to gain its value.
Of course, yeah.
That's taken fucking ages, but. They're super expensive now. Do you know what I mean? And they're the old school kind of collectible type thing. But I feel like this Kozik guy, working with he was the guy that did the Nirvana posters and Pearl Jam and all of these crazy bands. And their memorabilia it's iconic now. So I'm kind of like, are we?
I think it's definitely going to be worth something for sure. I'm coming from the point of view of can I spend more money on Thursday? That's what I'm coming from the point of view. and every Thursday I think about it more. But every Thursday after I've bought something, it then goes like, oh, I've just like I'm kind of glad I spent the £100 on the GUYSSSS, but at the same time I spent like money on the Superman and then money on the thing and like I always say to my wife, I say I'll try and get it, and if I get it, then I'll buy it, and if not, then I won't. And she's like, oh. So then I try and get it. And I end up getting it. So, and then I'm like, what I could do is I could buy it and then flip it. And then she's like, but you never flip it. And it's right, I never do. So, because I'm always worried that it's going to go up again, you see. So, and if I flipped the Da Vinci when I first bought it, then, now it's about 800 now, I think, or something like that. And they're saying that the Da Vinci, because of the fact, because I got the rare Da Vinci on purpose, because I think it was VeVe, I can't remember his name. That's really bad. I can't remember his name. The chap he put out a video basically saying that the Da Vinci Rare was the only one that was Da Vinci, and the rest of them were just Rewind Collective. So I was like, oh, in that case, I'll try for that one, and that's the one I went for, and that's the one that seems to have, gained the most value, because of the fact that it's only 1952, and it's true because if you looked at the article they put out, they said there's only 1952 made, so therefore. They literally were talking about that particular one only. They didn't talk about any of the other ones like the Cleopatra or anything. Like Da Vinci themselves, on their website, they only advertised the actual 1952 one. So that's why I went for that. And I think because people didn't think about it, it's not everyone saw the video, obviously. I was lucky to see it. I'll have to try. I can't remember his name, but yeah, so I got that.
Shout out in the chat if you know who's talking about.
Yeah. Let us know in the chat. But we better wind this up soon because otherwise I'm going to be waffling. And you'll probably want to go to sleep as well. What time is it now
Oh
for
no,
you? It's
you're
like
grand.
1.
This is early for me. I'm usually up until flipping 3:30, 4 in the morning talking to the Americans. So
Yeah, that's the same
this is
here,
a,
to be honest.
this is
So yeah.
great. This is a good, this is a lovely change. It's early now. Um, and then what time's the AMA at? Is it 2:30? Flip's sake.
On Wednesday.
Oh, there's a club. Is it tonight? Wait, is it Wednesday now?
No, it's not tonight, is it?
There's a
It's Tuesday,
clubhouse
isn't it?
tonight. There's a clubhouse tonight.
Oh,
It's
is there?
Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday.
You shouldn't have done your stream there. That's why there's more people
It's
will.
not on. No, it's on at 2:30 in the morning, I believe. So
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah,
you're
it's
right
one
then.
of
In that
those.
case,
It's one of
so.
those late ones. So yeah, but
Isn't it something to do with
jump on
Claire?
it. Yeah, it is something to do with
Because she
Claire.
just gone to bed.
She's maybe having a nap. Maybe she's having a nap. Power nap.
Okay. Because she said
Before?
she said she's got to go because she's got to wake up early in the morning, so she's got to go to sleep. So
Oh,
maybe
was
she
maybe
organised it,
talking about that, or I don't
but
know.
she's passed the reins over to somebody who's actually in that time zone because
And I
it
think
is a nightmare with the different
the
time
whole
zones.
gang is going to be there. It's Dan, it's Reese, it's Claire. I think it's Kozak as well. So it's going to be a good one.
That's right. Yeah, it's an interview with him for definite.
Yeah. So
And then I think Dan's going to be there and Reese and David as well. So, but it's exciting when you get these things at night as well because you're like,
It is.
oh, I've got nothing to look forward to. Oh yeah, I've got an AMA.
It's like Christmas.
You know,
How geeky are we? We got an AMA. How geeky are we, dude? Oh my god.
it gets
Love it.
exciting. But
does.
VeVe Flipper, that's it. There you go. VeVe Flipper is the one who. Yeah, shout out to VeVe Flipper because he's the one who talked about it, and he actually asked David Yu as well. He said, "Is it true that it's like that one is the only actual official DaVinci one?" And David Yu come back and basically said, "Yes, that's the only one. The other ones are just by the same artist." So
Okay.
it was. Yeah, it was a bit more interesting, and I guess I don't know if it's because of Ray buying them all up or what it is, but it's definitely gone up in value. And they're saying that when it goes to OpenSea, when we get to Immutable, then it could go up to like 7,000 to 10,000 because of the fact that you'll be able to take it onto the
On OpenSea, it goes crazy on OpenSea. Everything goes crazy on OpenSea.
I don't really understand why, but yeah, I guess
Exposure, I guess. More exposure with ETH and more widespread, longer usage. I don't know.
I'll just wait till it gets on Decentraland.
Exactly. Okay. Can we have a bit of magic to close out the show this evening?
Okie dokie. Right,
If
last
that's
one then in
possible.
that case. Right, okay, how are we going to do this? See, the thing is, I can ask you to name a playing card, but if I ask you to name it, then everyone in the chat
People
might think
that we rigged it again.
Set
we
something
didn't ring
up,
it.
yes.
We didn't ring it
Okay,
the
so
first time.
That's true, yeah, because you actually won, didn't you? She was on my stream. It was I hold up a playing card, and if anyone gets the playing card, incidentally, when you're on this StreamYard, you can actually use that Nightbot. So if you ever run a competition, you can use that. But for some reason on my one, it wouldn't work in Restream. So I always hold up a playing card, and whoever gets the playing card dead on or closest to it, normally the suit, and then one away or whatever, depending on the other day someone was like 5 away from it, but they were the only one that said clubs. So therefore they got the suit right, and they said the 10 of clubs, and it was the 4 of clubs I was holding. So they were nowhere near, but nobody else got anywhere near it either. Someone said the king of clubs, and they said the 10, or actually they said 10 of flowers, which I thought was quite hilarious. But anyways, so they won, and they were nowhere near it. So and basically you got the suit, and I think it was the 6 of hearts I was holding up, and you said the 7 of hearts is what you said. So therefore you were the closest to it, and it just so happened you were on the stream at the time, and everyone was like, "Fix!"
Everyone was raging. They were like, "You're cheaters. You are cheaters." We're like, we were.
Right, so therefore, I think what we'll do is we will create a playing card with some people. How about that?
Okay.
So
Cool.
obviously playing cards have got red and black, haven't they?
Yeah.
So therefore, ask somebody in the chat, whoever you want to
We've
ask.
got Khaki. We've got Khaki up here. He's going to answer.
Okay, so we got the 12 father. So red or black is what we'd like to know first. So, and then we can create a playing card of our own design, so to speak.
Oh, Okay. Come on, Khaki.
This is
Red
where
or
you have
black?
to wait about 30 seconds for the chat to kick in and for the delay. And this is the weird thing about doing MaGiC in this sort of situation. So black don't crack. Okay, so we're going
Black
for
don't
black.
crack.
Okay, right, fair enough. And somebody else then, or the same person, doesn't really matter. Let's go.
If
What
anyone
are playing
else is
cards?
here.
Well, you've
We've only
got. Well,
got-
let's go odds and evens because that's the easiest to do, isn't it? So odds or evens. What would you like? The
I'll
next person that puts in the
say.
chat. Oh, you're going to do it. Okay, cool.
I'll
Let's
do it.
with
I'll
you
do it. I'll
then.
do it. Evens, please.
Evens. Okay, so we've got black evens then in that case. And then, oh, actually, you know what? Before we do anything, it would help if I had the. This is the pack of playing cards.
Vincent's here. Vincent's gonna play. Sorry. So it's Vincent and the Todd father. Yous are both up.
Okay, so Vincent, in which case then, if you're here, so we've got, what was it? It was black evens, wasn't it? Is that what it was? Yeah, so black evens. So we want a playing card that is black and even. So therefore it's nice and fair. So so that would be either a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8. Or yeah, and then we'll have one more person as well. So a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, a 10, or a queen, I guess. So that would be even, wouldn't it? So any one of those. So which one would you like, Vincent?
Vincent, please come up and choose your card, sir. Or
Yeah,
choose
so it'll
your,
be 2,
choose your
4, 6, 8, 10, or queen. I think that's, yeah, because queen is essentially a 12, so that could be classed as it as well. So which one would you like? I'll hold these playing cards here so we can see. A 6. Okay, so we got a 6. So now the last one we need to know is we need to know whether it's a clubs or a spades, essentially. Because obviously it's black, isn't it? So therefore, you know, somebody clubs or spades.
Clubs or spades?
We're waiting. Who's going to say it?
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Nobody. It's
Come
literally like
on.
a 10-second delay. Clubs or spades?
it
Let's go with
10?
Vincent again. Oh, there we go.
we've
Right,
got
the
spades.
sketch lab, the spades. Okay, so we got, what was it then? The 6. Do you know what? I just realised that rather than doing it in 4 questions, we could have literally just said, give me a number and give me a suit. That would have been so much easier, wouldn't it? Didn't even think of that.
Late now,
Right,
dude.
okay.
Late now.
So,
You're all right.
therefore, yeah, it's getting late here. Right, so these are the playing cards here, obviously. You can see them all there, hopefully. I'm not sure if you can see them. Now, I can't really see where we are, so I'm going to have to sort of look at them. And we need, what was it? The 6 of spades, was it?
6 of spades, yep.
This one here. This was
That's
the
one.
6 of spades, wasn't it? Okay, right, so I'll put this here, like that, so we can
Okay.
see it all times. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Now, do you remember I said to you that today I've been messing around, and the reason I said that I've been messing around because I made this today, okay? And then
Okay.
I don't know if I can. I'm going to try and turn like that. Hold on, let me put it in this side because then that way you can see it clearly when I
Okay.
turn around. Because
Perfect.
actually, is that going to work? Yeah, that's going to work there. Right. Okay. So you can see the 6 of spades there. Okay. So you can see I don't touch it or move it in any way, shape, or form. Because can you see what's on the back of here? Look.
It says, that's you,
there we go.
yeah, it says BTC for Bitcoin.
BTC, which is Bitcoin. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So basically what I've done is I marked these cards. See,
Okay,
every single one.
legend.
We've got a different
You
one. So there we've got ADA, okay, so obviously, and it's like
Legend.
ADA, we've got XRP, okay,
Okay.
so, you know, XRP. I actually bought that to then transfer to OMI, funny enough.
Yeah,
SafeMoon.
you legend.
I bought that one, when did I buy that one? That was to do like a, what do you call it? Like a community thing where it was if we won then I gave out some gains. Doge, that was the first one I ever bought.
Yeah,
ETH,
nightmare.
Ecomi, that one is a fake thingy, by the way. So then
Oh, yeah,
anyone
yeah.
watching, do
Stay away
not
from
get
Ecomi.
Ecomi coin because that's.
Stay
And if
away.
you were to
Red
choose,
flag.
what would that be? If you were to choose the Jack of Spades, okay, instead of the 6 of Spades, then it would have had Ecomi written on the back of it, which is interesting. Engine, if you'd have chose Engine, 8 of Diamonds, that would have been the 8 of Diamonds. That's that one. Audio, that's Audius. Actually, Audius is a lot of people use that for music. Someone else was talking about music as well. We've got Noised as well. I forgot to put Noised in here, funnily enough, but LT, you get the idea anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
we go over it here ages, but FEG, USDT, Matic, HNT, that's helium that we were talking about before. XL, you get the idea. Every single one's different. Elongate, Sand, is that Sandbox? That's what it is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so Nano, every single one is different, okay? But you can see there's one card that's been here the entire time, and you chose it with everybody, and
Yeah.
it's the only one It's got Omi on the back.
Sorry for the sound, guys. I'm sorry for the sound. Guys! Ian, dude.
There you go.
Holy shit. Holy shit, man. Honestly, Ian, that's flipping amazing.
I thought I'd put that one in for you. It took me ages to write those things. I was like, I was like, I got my pen handy.
You're such a legend. Thank you so much for doing that.
That's all right. No problem at all. You said you wanted a bit of magic, so
can we get a round of applause and a clap for Ian, please, everyone?
Take a little bow.
And take a bow, please. Thank you. Absolutely fantastic.
Oh, Pookie Baby's just joined us. Hello, Pookie Baby. How you doing?
Baby, how's it going?
We're literally just about to leave.
We're just about to sign off, Pookie Baby, but you can catch up with us. And the natter and the magic, that's the best bit. Can we make that a thing?
Well, I can try. It's quite difficult to put the thing about doing it on video as well is that you've got if you like you try and make it interactive for people for a start. But I could just do bits and bobs, I guess. But I want to kind of theme it to crypto somehow.
That's so good what you did. That's
come up with ways to theme it essentially. So therefore, what's this? You get a Mordecai and Rigby regular show. I don't know what that is.
They must be. Are they like magicians? I'll be your assistant.
No,
and I can bring your assistant. I can bring out.
Yeah.
I can do all that for.
But you see, I had to get people from the chat to ask because otherwise, if I just said to you, "Give me a playing card," and then you said 4 of hearts or whatever it was, 6 of spades. If I'd have shown you the 6 of spades and then go, "Look, it's got Omi on the back," you would have been like, they would have been like, "Oh, somebody else, you're all in on it," blah blah blah. So therefore,
honestly, that is fantastic, dude.
Thank you very much.
How long? Oh, we have to go, but quickly. How long has it taken you to learn all of, like?
Well, it depends really when you look at it because I've been doing magic since I was 10, but I've only been doing it professionally about I guess I don't know. Oh no, I suppose it's been quite a long time now. 2006, I think I started doing it.
Holy shit!
So professionally, I mean.
Wow.
So therefore, so quite a while.
But it's been in your blood. It's been in your blood since you were 10.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, like as a hobby. And then I worked on cruise ships for a bit as an entertainer and presenter. And then I kind of, when I met Lisa, because we met on a cruise ship, you see. Mm-hmm. So therefore, when we met, we come back to England. We stayed with my family for a bit, and Lisa struggled to get work completely. There was no work around for her at all. So I said, hey, why don't we just try and put a show together? I wasn't doing stage magic. I was doing close-up magic. I was like stealing watches and bending forks and that kind of thing, basically. And I said, hey, let's put
we need some of that. Together. Oh, well, obviously you can't steal my watch, but you can bend some.
Well, that's the thing. You see, it's a we do an interactive show. We do, and that's some of the stuff I did today is in the interactive show. Funny enough, but we only started doing that purely because of because of the lurgy, so to speak. But before that, we were doing we just go where it takes us. Basically, we've been all around the world doing it, which is really nice. So it's just a shame that that we can't do it so much anymore. Cruise ships don't really do the thing anyway, and he's rewinded to crack the trick.
To crack it? No chance. You'll not crack it. No chance. Won't happen, Todd. It's not going to happen.
But I was supposed to be doing a tour, actually, and it was supposed to be coming to you in Ireland as well, but because of the whole lurgy thing, it all got a bit cancelled, and they said they've used someone from Britain's Got Talent in place of us. So therefore,
how dare they?
But well,
how dare
it had to be done because, to be honest, we wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. Basically, what happened was when COVID started, they decided to put this tour together. They phoned us up and said, "Hey, can you do it?" And we, gave them a price and all that sort of thing. And then it was supposed to be about 52 dates or something. And then they were adding other dates in to go to Florida and all this sort of stuff. And we were really excited about it. And then one day we just got this email through, like after we've been trying to prepare for it for ages, we just got this email through saying, unfortunately, due to COVID. The tour's still going ahead, but because of the fact that you live in a different country to the tour, you would have to get there's too much red tape to get you here every time, essentially, because we were going to be flying there to do it, and we were actually thinking of moving back to England to go and do it as well. So, but the tour's still going ahead. My one of my good friends is in it. It's called the now what is it called now? Illusion Impossible Tour. So if you
have to look it up, and everybody get on.
If you have a look at it, illusionimpossible.com, I think would be the. Hold on, let me check. I'll see if I can find it. And it was supposed to be part of that, so maybe next year or something they might get us back.
That would be amazing. Flipping right, they're missing out. They are missing out, dude.
Impossible. Go with .co.uk. That's probably the one. I don't know. I'm just checking now to see if I can see if it's the right place or not before I. Oh yeah, that's it. There you go. Illusionimpossible.co.uk. That's the
everyone.
One.
Go check it out.
Yeah, so if you check out that, you'll see there's a little. Funnily enough, they filmed the thing. That's the other reason why they could easily take us out as well, because the thing they filmed, we were supposed to go to London to do it, and what happened was when we got there, when we were going to go, that's when the lurgy hit. I won't say the name of it because otherwise it will mess your channel up. But basically the lurgy, as I like to call it, basically hit at that point. So then what happened was we couldn't go to where they filmed this, and therefore we weren't in the thing. If you look at the end of the trailer, which you'll see on the website, you'll see there's only 4 people there, I think. Maybe it's 5, hold on. And there was supposed to be myself and my wife there as well. So therefore, because of that, there's only 4 of them standing there. And then what they had to do is, because we couldn't do it anymore, they had to get 2 people. They didn't have to get, but they got 2 people from Britain's Got Talent who did quite well that year. The guys from Wales. I don't know if you watch Britain's Got Talent.
No, I don't watch. No, I don't watch that.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a young guy and his son. Who they got him instead because they needed 2 people essentially, and they basically replaced him. But they didn't do the thing or anything. But because they're in Wales, it's a lot easier to get them in. Whereas with us, we'd have to do COVID injection. We'd have to do lurgy injections.
You're grand.
It demonetizes you. That's all. So it doesn't really. I don't think anymore. But it's But they'd have to do all those injections all the time. They'd have to do. It would just be a nightmare. So I understand why it didn't go ahead. It was just a bit of an annoyance, and it sets back quite a bit. But then at the same time, I started investing in crypto and I started this channel. So
and you could you're going to be doing your magic now through this channel and for us here, and it's
there you go.
We're blessed. We're blessed to have you doing this. So cool. Our own personal magician in the family. Unreal.
There you go.
Unreal. But yes, I think we'll close it out there for the evening. If that's okay with you, Ian, and the family. If that's okay with the family. We've had 6 people. We had 8, we had 10, we had 6, and we had 4. We're back to 6. So I love you all. Thank you so much for your time.
It's just a case of building up the channel. That's all it is. Once you you should put some videos out there as well about your views on stuff as well, rather than just doing lots of live streams with people. Because the thing about live streams, I don't know if they work very well on YouTube. For me, they don't. They don't put in that many views because nobody really wants to watch a 2-hour live stream unless they're part of it.
Something so long. Totally.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the thing, which is fun because you get to interview people and you get to thingy. But if you put some videos out as well, then you'll definitely grow the channel.
Well, we'll see. Yeah. We'll see. Jesus, we'll see.
That's what it's all about. Well, you can use this actual thing that you're using to put the videos out as well. So therefore, you don't even have to. Yeah, because basically you do a stream, but you just do it to yourself. So therefore, you can put it as a unlisted, and then you can literally just put yourself on the screen as the thing, and then hit the timer at the start, and then as soon as it finishes, come in and then hello YouTube or whatever you want to say,
welcome,
and then you're straight into it. And as long as and even if you mess up as well, you can actually use YouTube itself. It's a bit harder to do, but you can use YouTube to edit it as well. It will let you edit out certain bits, so you can do that as well. So it's a bit of a pain in the backside, but you can do that. So therefore, you should start getting yourself some videos out there on crypto and stuff. And I think a lot of people in the community like listening to what you have to say and stuff. So I think you can grow your channel and
I appreciate that.
It could be a nice little channel. And there's a lot of people in the community anyway that are just willing to help people grow their channels and get out there essentially. So
absolutely.
So well.
Thank you, Ian. I appreciate your guidance, and I appreciate you having me on. The first time you were the one that really helped me dip my toe. So yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you, Sketch Lab. Thank you, WeFaz. That's my wee sis. Bye. Oh, who? Someone said your little bag lady. That's your name now. Little bag lady.
She's been here the entire time, poor thing. She's probably like sitting there thinking, like, I'm so tired. Is she into crypto? Is she a crypto head or is she not?
She's not. She's no. Actually, I'll take that back. She's bought ETH. She's bought.
It's more than me. I don't even have any ETH. So.
Oh, do you not? Well, it's kind of
Nope.
we were like, Darren and I really were selling it, and yeah, but she just didn't take it like we did. But yeah, so
it's a good one to sell. To be honest, that's the one to buy. I think that's going to be the one.
I agree.
I want to get the idea for me was to get some altcoins and then pump them a bit and then switch over to ETH. That was my idea. But I think I'm going to do that in the bear run anyway. I think as soon as the bear run starts and ETH goes down the toilet, I think I'm going to try and buy as much as I can, ready for the next, ready for the next bull run essentially. And that way, that seems to be the thing, doesn't it? When it goes down the toilet, buy it then. So
yeah, I know. Wait until you see the red candles, is it? Yes, Baz.
Exactly.
Supportive sister. I appreciate you, sister. Thank you, Viv, for watching. I appreciate you. Okay, yes, I love you all. Go to your beds. We are going to ours. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Don't know what's going to happen next, but yeah, we'll see. Thank you so much for watching in. Thank you for coming.
That's right, no problem. Thank you for having me.
All right. Night, everyone.